I really want to minimise the amount of white bread I eat. Okay, 'cause the gluten in it's not good for me. It really affects my gut, my digestive system. And refined breads, like, it just causes a big spike in your blood sugar, which isn't good for energy during the day, because you get a big crash after you've eaten it. So, is there a way I can get rid of that?
Yeah, absolutely. But what we can do is like a simple discrete gesture that you normally don't do. So something like putting your thumb between your fingers like this. I mean,
Right.
unless you do this, right, regularly. But
No.
if this is something you don't do very
I
often,
don't do it very often.
this is a discrete gesture that we're creating, right? I mean, some of the motivational speakers and stuff, rah, 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 you know, or high five, and yeah. You know, they're all the same kind of thing. So we're going to use a discrete gesture like this. So taking thumb between your finger like this,
Right.
to associate the squeeze of the thumb between your fingers like this to the disgusting thing. So if you close your eyes and think of something that is disgusting, right? And you think
Drinking a pint of vomit. Oh.
drinking a pint of vomit. Brilliant.
Not even my vomit, somebody else's.
Yeah, there we go.
Oh God.
And imagine drinking that
Gross.
vomit and squeeze your thumb between your fingers. When then you feel it going down your throat.
Yeah.
The sensation of it going, and the lumps,
Yeah.
and the acid-like burning of it, and squeeze your thumb and finger. Yeah, that's it.
Okay.
And that acid stomach bile and the smell of it.
Oh man, that's gross.
Yeah, and squeeze your thumb, imagine it going down your back of your throat,
Oh, yeah.
and open your eyes,
Right.
and just close them again, and just imagine that vomit going down your throat, the lumps of it.
I smell it.
Smell it, yeah. Squeeze your thumb and finger together, and
Oh.
how it makes you almost gag and
Yeah.
taste it and
Oh.
feel it, the sensation of it. That's it,
Ooh.
going down the back of your throat. Squeeze your thumb and finger together
Yeah.
and associate that.
Oh.
That's right. And open your eyes. Okay, so pint of vomit. I love it. Brilliant. This is probably one of the best. If you can't think of anything, if you like olives and anchovies, and you know, a pint of vomit.
Somebody
else's alcohol.
Oh God.
Induced vomit.
Oh God.
So when you think about putting your thumb between your fingers, put your thumb
Yeah.
between your fingers and squeeze it. What's that like?
Oh, it's weird. I'm getting like a scent of
Scent
vomit.
of vomit.
Yeah.
Sensation of vomit. Tasting of it.
Alcohol-ridden vomit. Filthy
Brilliant.
vomit.
All right.
Oh.
So you're going to do the same thing, and you mentioned white toast or something like that.
Yeah.
White bread, burger buns.
Yeah, burger bun.
So close your eyes and think of white toast, and squeeze your thumb and finger together. White toast with the vomit spread on it. Take
Oh.
a bite of it. Take a bite of it and imagine it going down
I'm
your throat.
spreading vomit.
Now take a bite
Somebody
of that
else's
toast.
vomit on my toes.
Bite it. Yeah, bite
Oh,
it. Take a
man,
bite of
that's-
it. Take it. Do
that's-
it. Take a
that's
bite
sick.
of it. And feel it going down your throat.
It was literally sick.
Yeah. And squeeze your thumb and finger. That's it. And the taste and the disgustingness of that.
Okay, I'm chewing up a mouldy carrot that hasn't been digested yet.
Oh.
Oh God, that's rank.
Okay, and open your eyes. And let's think of about a burger. That sesame seed burger bun.
Yeah.
Nice burger with a thick layer of
Oh, like
Close your
instead
eyes.
of
Yeah,
instead of meat
burger,
in there, there's
vomit.
vomit. A vomit burger.
Squeeze your thumb and finger together as
Oh,
you think
God.
about that vomit burger. Eating that vomit burger.
Oh God, it's
The
squelching
sensation.
around the sides.
Mm-hmm. That acid. Yeah.
My
out
little
of your
bit just dribbled down my chin. Oh, that's sick.
mouth. Uh-huh.
Literally.
It's literally sick.
Yeah, it's
The
horrible.
taste of it. Taste the
horrible.
vomit. Smell it in your
It's
back
horrible.
of your throat.
Can't do it.
Stinging sensation.
Oh,
And sesame seed burgers. Not the sesame seed, just the white bread burger bun.
right.
That's it. Yeah,
Oh.
there we go. You bite into that bun, and
Yeah.
the acid burn of the vomit, and the
Ugh.
little bits of carrot.
Yeah. Oh.
Yeah. And open your eyes, and think of another white bread that you have.
Oh, this is where I'm at.
Okay.
Hot dog.
Hot dog.
Yeah.
There you go. It's not a hot dog. It's a
No.
hot vomit.
Hot vomit.
There you go. Bite into that. Sense it
Oh,
going down your
hot
throat.
vomit. Oh man. Dog's vomit.
Dog's alcohol
Hot
induced
dog
vomit.
vomit.
Yeah.
Oh God, that's just
And smell it,
taking it to another level.
and taste it,
Oh.
and feel it in your stomach
Mm.
as it's trickling down the throat.
Oh God, a dog just yacked on my hot dog and I'm eating it. Oh,
And open your eyes.
sick.
And so this is the same kind of association that happened accidentally with the cider for you years ago. But now when you think about some white bread toast,
Yeah.
would you like some white bread toast?
No, I'm just getting visions now of me spreading vomit onto it and trying to eat it. Oh,
And
that's
how
gross.
does that make you feel?
Pretty gross, actually.
Really gross.
Yeah.
So it's absolutely not appealing. Now let me ask you this, Nidge. How long ago was the cider thing?
Years ago.
How many years? 10?
I was
20?
15 at the time, yeah.
So
21.
years ago, over 20 years ago.
20 years ago.
That lasted really well.
Really?
And that was just one instance. You've just
Yeah.
done 3 instances of white bread.
Right.
That was just one instance, one intervention that happened, and you weren't even a qualified therapist when you did it.
It's true. So when
And it's lasted for
so
21 years.
So now, if I ever see white bread, do I need to use this anchoring thing, or will it just happen because I'm seeing it?
Okay, yeah. So the last thing I did with Chantel was to have her in the future, put her in the future. I said, tomorrow, when you have a cup of coffee, you know. So when you think about tomorrow going for breakfast, you know, having some fruit salad, do you fancy toast tomorrow?
No.
No. What about next week? Can you see a burger bun being eaten by you, or a hot dog thing?
No way. It's not into it.
So you want to imagine the future, just put yourself into the future and imagine eating this thing that you don't want to eat, and how do you feel when you think about eating it tomorrow or the day after?
Nauseated.
Nauseated, you don't want it.
So
Now-
literally, it's just from the vision alone of the food now, the sight of it,
Yeah.
will have this effect where
Yeah, and the thought of eating toast.
it'll just I'll be put off.
Well,
And do I
like
need
say,
to
with
use
the-
this anchor again?
Well, your cider thing has worked very effectively for the last 21 years.
Mm.
You didn't need to top that one up.
Right.
That was brilliant. But you didn't even want that one to happen.
No, that was
Probably enjoyed cider at the time.
Yeah.
Now it might happen, right? It could happen that in months or years' time, you've got in situations and you found yourself, you started to eat more, or you started to eat because you can use this technique to completely get rid of something, so you never eat it again, or just gain more control depending on how far you go with it. But absolutely, you can use this same situation again in the future to knock it out if you want to. If you start thinking, oh, white bread's quite nice, I might have some white bread, and you go, well, hang on a minute, it's not good for me, I don't want to eat it. Just how long did it take to do that technique?
Just a few minutes, really.
Just a few minutes. So if you find in 6 months, 10 years time, you need to do it, it's just a couple of minutes. And we did it 3 times just then. If you do it again in a week's time or a couple of weeks' time because you need to or want to, it will have a much more generous effect. It will stack up on what's already happened. So yeah, you can use it again in the future when you need to. Watch this short video and just do this simple technique. It only takes a couple of minutes.
That's right.
Simple, easy technique.
So that was an amazing display of NLP, John.
It's a very powerful NLP technique.
So
association.
It really works that fast.
Yeah, I mean, think about it, right? If you were to take a bite of a sandwich, a cucumber lettuce sandwich, for example, and you taste something really squelchy in the middle, you pull it away and there's half a big fat caterpillar there, and you're not going to want to eat the rest of the sandwich. And chances are, if somebody else says, "Do you want another cucumber lettuce sandwich?" You're going to say no, right? Think about if you're up on a real high place as a kid and your older brother pushes you over the edge and catches you and you've saved you. The fear of falling as you're seeing the ground can give you a fear of heights, right? I mean, who can't resonate with being a teenager, drinking too much whiskey or vodka or rum and throwing up on it?
Well, for me, it was cider.
Cider, right?
Yeah, I vomited. I can't drink that stuff again.
Cider vomit.
Yeah.
You think about cider now, and
can't even taste the stuff.
And you see, this is things that happen naturally, and they happen naturally because, way back in our history, we would have foraged for food, eaten certain berries, and been really ill, and you'd never have gone near those berries again. You'd have a massive, powerful aversion. So it's like a natural kind of trip. So in that instance, for example, because cider is a poison, but not a real terrible poison, you could take that away. So if you want to drink cider, we can get rid of your revulsion to cider. But we use this same process that accidentally happened with cider for you as a teenager, deliberately, methodically, specifically to free yourself from overeating junk foods, cakes, pastries, alcoholic drinks, anything that you deliberately, you want to stop eating too many of these things that you know are bad for you. We can systematically use the same process. So the technique that you've just seen involves you spending maybe a couple of minutes, 2 or 3 minutes, really getting a revolting feeling. Now, you don't have to use a pint of vomit, although that's the most revolting thing I've ever heard. People a lot of the time will tell me a certain cheese they don't like, or certain foods or meats, or something that they find absolutely disgusting that makes them feel ill. Now, if you really want to get rid of this craving, this compulsion to overeat things, then just for a moment, for 2 or 3 minutes, you're going to do this anchoring thing where you squeeze your thumb, but first you want to get that feeling, a disgusting feeling of something, so that you close your eyes and you imagine biting it. You imagine the textures going down your throat. You imagine the sensations of it, the smells of it, everything that makes you feel like you're going to be sick. And you really want to go there as much as you can, as much as you get that sick feeling. And as soon as you start feeling really disgusted and revolted, squeeze your thumb between your fingers. That's the time to do it. As soon as that revulsion comes up, squeeze your thumb between your fingers and associate the squeeze of your thumb to that disgusting feeling and imagery and just sense of that horridness. And you do that a few times. Take a break, and then just by squeezing your thumb and finger together, it makes you feel revolted again. Then is the time to imagine that slice of pizza and fire off that powerful anchor. So close your eyes, see the pizza come in and fire off that anchor. Feel disgusted when you think of a pizza, because what happens at the moment is you think of pizza and you go, nice feeling. Well, you want to think of pizza, disgusting feeling. Now, there are plenty of things you think of and they're disgusting. I wouldn't eat that. Wouldn't drink a pint of vomit. That's disgusting. So that's all you're doing, is you are changing the feeling from a feeling of pizza to pizza's horrid. So we're going to create this powerful feeling, anchor it, then think about pizza and fire it off. Think about a whole pizza, fire it off. Think about one of those square pizzas, fire it off. Do 2 or 3 different examples of the same food type. And then imagine next week being invited to a pizza restaurant. For example, with pizzas, being invited to a pizza restaurant and how disgusting that would feel. Or in 6 months' time, or tomorrow, if somebody said, hey, do you want pizza? So pace it into the future. Future pace this. Imagine seeing yourself in the future saying no to pizza because it feels disgusting. Now, that's the basic technique. This is the technique. It takes only a few minutes to do. And if you need to do it again 2 or 3 times with 2 or 3 different foods, or again the next day, that's fine. It only takes a couple of minutes. It's a simple, easy thing to do. You're associating unpleasantness to something that you used to have the association of pleasantness to. So you want to make that unpleasant feeling bigger than the current pleasant feeling. So it changes it, and it makes you feel disgusted towards that food. This is the technique. I hope you enjoy.